What's going on, guys? Jeep John here. Today we're going to be resealing this hardtop. I haven't seen very many videos on YouTube, so I decided to make one. And so I got a kit. I think it was OMIX. I'll put a link in the description here. But it comes with some rubber sealant, and then it comes with some rubber sealant, of course. It's just like little bands with some adhesives on them that you put all around the edges on both sides. It also has the thicker piece that you put right on the top of the windshield frame. So I recommend using a hairdryer to try to get this stuff off, because this stuff is pretty sticky. A hairdryer helps kind of loosen that glue up, and then go back over it with some acetone or some kind of alcohol possibly would work. So yeah, be working on that, and you'll see a time lapse of it in just a minute. Next step after you get all the sealant off and as much adhesive as you can is to start putting this stuff on. This is just the new sealant material. So pretty much it just comes this little roll here with some adhesive on the back, and you just start at the far end, or the front end, on the side rail here. And it's hard to do it with one hand. Pretty much you just line it up and you measure, or you stretch it out and cut it to length. Right in this corner, you can cut a little triangle piece in the sealant, and I'll show that once I get to that point. So once you reach this first corner here, I found that it's actually really useful to cut a little triangle right in here. So once you bend it, it fits together nicely. I'll show that in just a minute here. So if you make a little triangle cut right in that corner, it's a lot easier to make it a little bit more rounded. So you don't have to cut it there and then try to cut it there again and put it there. So whatever you want to do, this is what I'm going to do because I think it's the easiest. And yeah. Once you have all that cut up, you put down and cut the size. Go ahead and just do the same on the other side. And you'll be done with this section. And then we'll work on the gasket material right on the top of the windshield. So once you get the sealant material on, next step is to use this tool that comes in the OMIX kit. Pretty much it's used to put holes for your screws to tighten down the top. I've found that this thing is kind of dull on the end if you just try to do it by hand, just trying to screw it on. So I found if you use like a hammer or something, that's a mallet, but same thing. When you find the hole and you put it over it and you just tap it, it tends to cut a little bit better, and then you just kind of pry it out. And yeah, just do that for all the holes on the hardtop, and then we'll be done. And that's what the end product looks like. Just be careful when using a hammer or something. You can get it just slightly off and you might damage the inside of the hole a little bit, but it didn't do it much. It shouldn't cause any problems either. So whatever you guys find easiest, you can always use like a X-Acto knife or something to that effect. But yeah, so now the hardtop itself is done, and so I'm just gonna clean it up, and then the next part will be the sealant on the windshield frame. And the final part is to remove this seal at the very top of the windshield frame. It's pretty much the same process as the hardtop itself. Just use a heat gun and then go back over it with some solvent or something to get the rest of that adhesive off. So I noticed something very interesting once I got this off. Either my kit came with the wrong piece, or my Jeep is special, or whoever owned this before me put this in. I'm not sure, but this does not look like the right piece for up here at all. So I used the sealant, the rubber sealant that was in the kit, try to seal all this back down. And then what I think I'm going to do with this is come to the hardtop, which I'm not sure if this is originally what it's meant for. I'm going to put it on this lip right here, because I've still been having some issues with leaking up there, so I think if I use this and that, it should seal it up. So we'll see what happens. And with some help from one of my friends, we put the hardtop back on after I put that weather stripping piece on the hardtop itself. I tested it with a water hose and there was no leaks and everything seemed to work fine. The fit for the clamps on top of the, or on the inside behind the sun visors was a little bit hard to get on since there's a little bit more gasket material on top, so we just had to push down a little bit harder and it seemed to seal up just fine. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you guys want to see more content. And if you guys have any suggestions on any more videos or anything I can change or just anything else you guys want to see. So thank you.